So, good afternoon to you all students. So, due to this lockdown, we are unable to have classes in our school. Our management has decided to have online classes like this. So, I hope by God's grace you all are safe. First, to pray to God for your health, studies, parents, and everything. So, today I am going to have online class about the chapter 3 called scoping. So, before we are going to start our chapter, just to recall what are the things already you have studied in online class about the chapter 1 and 2. Okay. So, are you remembering what are the things you have studied in chapter 1 and 2? Just to revise it. So, what's the first chapter you have studied? First chapter is a function. Okay. So, in this function, we have studied about subroutines. That is one of the important 2-mark question. Subroutines. Then function specification, parameters, arguments. Then what are the two types of functions you have studied? Pure function and impure functions. Then what's the next thing? Interface and implementation. What's the next thing you have studied? This detailed about pure and impure functions. So these are the things already you have studied in the chapter 1. Okay. So the next we are going to discuss about chapter 2. So just what's the topic of the chapter 2? Data abstraction. So what do you mean by abstraction? Are you remembering what do you mean by abstraction? The process of providing only, that means only the essentials it will display and hiding the details. That is called what? Abstraction. So in that chapter, we have studied about what do you mean by abstraction? Abstract data type. In that chapter, two important things we have studied. What are they? Constructors and selectors. Very, very important question. Please study well. Constructors and selectors. Okay. Then next thing is list, tuples and pair. This is also very, very important question. So these are the things you have already studied up in chapter 1 and 2. So each and every chapter is related among one another. Okay. So in this 12th standard you are studying about which programming language? Python. So today we are going to discuss about the chapter 3 called scoping. Okay. So what's the third chapter? Third chapter name is scoping. Okay. Yes. So before we are going to discuss about scoping, first you need to study what do you mean by scope. Very, very important 2-mark question. Just listen. Define scope. If they ask the questions like define scope means, so see the first two lines. Scope refers to the visibility of variables. What do you mean by visible? Normally what we will tell? Visible means we can able to see. So normally our vision we can able to see. So in programming language, what is visible? So which things we need to visible in the program? Okay. So visibility of variables. Before we are going to study about the visibility of variables, you need to know what do you mean by variables. So in 11th standard, you have studied in C++ program. So just a thing, after the header file, what you will declare? Int A or int B, int C, float, weight, height. So what's the thing? A, B, C, that is called as what? Variables. Understand now what do you mean by variables? What are things you are declaring below the header file? That's called what? Variables. So next one is parameters. For example, I am giving int A equal to 10. So what's a parameter? A equal to 10. That is a parameter. Understand? Then functions. What do you mean by function? Void read data off or void put data off. That is called as what? Function. Understand? So scope refers to the visibility of what are the things need to visible? Variables, parameters and functions. Listen. In one part of a program to another part of the same program. That's the thing. In a program, how many parts are there? So in for example, just a recall in 11th standard about the C++ program. First what you will write? Write about header files, isn't it? So after the header file, what you will do? Data declaration. So what are the things you need to declare? You will declare. Then functions means functions. You will write functions. Then what you will write? Main of function. So how many parts are there? Header file is there. Data declaration is there. Function definition is there. Then main of function. Okay. So that is the where we are declaring the variable, which part we need to visible the variables. In which part of the program particular variable need to visible. That is called as what? Scope. Understand what you mean by scope? Scope very, very important 2-mark question. Just listen it. Scope refers to the now itself you can remember, or now itself you can mug up it, please. So scope refers to the visibility of variables, parameters, functions in one part of a program to another part of the same program. Okay, understand? This is called as what? Scope. Otherwise, we can say which part of the program can see or use it. That variable, for example, you are declaring in a variable below the header file. So in which part you are, sometimes I can use that variable inside the function. Sometimes I am going to use a variable inside the main of function. So which part of the variable you can see or use it. That is called as what? Scope. Understand? So normally, so this scope you have already studied detailed in 11th standard. Are you remembering? Yes. So same thing only, just elaborated you are studying here. That's all. So once you have defined the variable, the without you are specifying any scope, that variable is called what? Global scope. Okay. Normally if you are defining variable in a program, means that scope is called which scope? Global scope. Okay. Sometimes they will ask for a 1 mark question. Okay. Every variable defined in a program has which scope? Global scope. So, but sometimes no need to see the variables in all part of the program. So, I need to limit the particular variable in a particular part of the program. So, only I am going to do the types of scope. That's the third point. To limit a variable scope to single definition. That means only one part of the program or single part of the program I need to see the scope. That is the meaning of that one. So, that means if I am changing, for example, I am declaring the variable, give the value of a is at 10. So, inside the function, I am changing the variable as an 20. So in that 20 value is, I need to use that value of 20 inside the function alone. No need to change the value of a outside the function. So that is they are giving. So changes inside the function can't affect the variable outside the function. That means only inside the function, if I am changing the variable, that function alone I need to change the value, but outside the function no need to change it. This is the introduction about scope. Understand? So this slide, so I have explained about what do you mean by scope. If they are very important 2 mark question, if they ask the for 2 mark question, means you will write this definition. Okay, understand? So next thing we are going to see about variable scope. Okay, what's the thing? Variable scope. So already I explained what do you mean by variable. Isn't it or not? Yes. So this is the definition of a variable. What do you mean by variable? Variables are really addresses or references or pointers to an object in memory. So I'll explain. So the same program I am telling. So in this after the header file I am giving int a equal to 5. So what's the variable there? Int a equal to 5 means what's the variable? A. Okay. What's the variable there? A. So if I am declaring the variable in the program, so if you are after the typing the program, you will compile, isn't it? So after if compiling the program, what's the memory will do means, so the memory will allocate the particular space for variable A. Understand or not? So I am declaring the variable A. So if you are compiling the program, what the compiler will do? The compiler will allocate the particular space for the variable you are declared in the program. So that is called variables are really addresses. So are you remembering or not? I think so. This in 11th standard I have given with one diagram they have given in second volume book. So one block, for example, A equal to 5 means one memory block, the first address 1001, then 1002, 1003, 1004, likewise. So I am declaring variable A equal to 5 means that place 1001, that place. So it will allocate the space for a variable A. That is called as addresses. For example, so your friends are posting a letter, inland letter to you. So how the letter will reach to your home? By saying the address. By saying the address, the postman will deliver the letter to you. Isn't it or not? Same way, so you are declaring the variable in this program. The variable will allocate in memory by allocating the addresses, by seeing addresses. So that is called as what? Variables are really addresses, references or pointers to object in memory. What do you mean by object? Sorry, for A equal to 5 means the 5 is the object. So it will allocate the space of 5 for the variable A in where? Memory. Understand now what do you mean by variables? Yes. So now I am going to assign the variable to an object. So I am going to assign the variable to an object means I need particular symbol. Which symbol I am using to assign and means that is to equal to. Understand? what's the symbol used to assign variable to an object? Very, very important 1 mark question. Just listen it. Which symbol is used to assign the variable to an object? Means is to, equal to. Okay. So this process we are calling as an binding or mapping. What do you mean by binding or mapping? So this is the very, very important 2 mark question. What do you mean by binding or mapping? Say, process of binding a variable name with an object is called mapping. That means a equal to 5. Consider example, a equal to 5. What's the meaning of that? I am assigning the value 5 to the variable a. By using which symbol? This symbol. That is called what? Binding or mapping. Understand? What do you mean by binding or mapping? The process of binding a variable name. That means variable name a. I am assigning the value 5 to variable name a. That is variable name with an object is called binding or mapping. So which symbol is used to, or which sign is used in programming language to map the variable? Is to, equal to. Understand? So multiple variables can be mapped to the same instance. That means in one place I am giving the value of a equal to 3. Next place I am giving the value of a equal to 5. So multiple, or next time b equal to 10, c equal to 8 or something. So a, b, c. Whether I can use only one variable in the program? No. I can able to use multiple variables in the same program. So that's the thing. Multiple variables can be mapped to the same instance. Understand what do you mean by variable scope? So here we can discuss about what are the things we are discussed. What do you mean by variable? What do you mean by variable? Variables are, that means in memory location where you are going to store the variable. Particular variable, it will allocate some space based on the addresses in the memory. Next, I am going to assign some object or value to the particular variable. So, for assigning that variable object to or value to that variable means I need particular symbol or sign. What's the sign I am using? Is to, equal to. So, the process of binding that variable name with an object is called what? Mapping. Very, very important 2-mark question. So, this is the very, very important 1-mark question. Which symbol is used? Is to, equal to is a, this sign is used in programming language. Map the variable to the object. Understand? Yes. So listen. So till now we have studied about mapping, binding, everything. So from where these variables need to map? That's the thing. Next one. So programming language always need to map these variables to the particular value. So for this mapping, which one we need to know means namespaces. Okay. So for this namespaces, just I am saying one example. Okay. So see the definition. This is also one 2-mark question. Namespaces are containers for mapping names of variables. So listen. What do you mean by containers? One example I am telling. For example, consider one bottle. Okay. So in that bottle full of color balls. Maybe a red color ball, white, green or color balls are there. So that box is full of balls, color balls. So which is the container? That box is a container. The container full of what? Balls. So my aim is to choose or pick up only green ball alone from that box, and I need to put in the another one empty box. Understand what I am telling? So one box is or one container or one box is there or one bottle is there. In that bottle or box full of color balls, green, red, white or blue, everything. So my aim is to choose any one of the color from that box to put that color balls in another one empty box. Okay. So here, so that I told no, the bottle full of color balls, that is called as containers. Understand what do you mean by containers? The bottle full of color ball, that is called as, that is full of color, that is container. Containers containing fully color ball. But I am choosing only green ball in and put it in the empty box. That is what? That is the mapping name. That means I am going to choose any one or mapping any one ball to that green ball to empty ball. That is called as what? Containers or map. Understand now? Another one example. So namespaces are containers for mapping. That means namespaces means what are the variables you are declared in that program, that all the variables they are stored in a containers, or containers is called what? Namespaces. Okay. That mapping will be done from the containers, or from containers it will choose any one variable and map the value. For in your book they have given one best example. So dictionary contains a C. So dictionary, whether the dictionary contains only 10 words or 20 words or 30 words? No. Dictionary will contain millions and millions of words, millions and millions of meanings. But you at a particular time, you need to choose any one word of a particular meaning. But dictionary contain lot of words, that is a containers, but you are choosing any one as per your wish. What are the things you need, that you are choosing. Same thing. So the dictionary contains list of words. Words are mapped with its meaning in dictionary. What are the which word you need to get the meaning, that word alone you are choosing from the dictionary and mapping. That is called as what? Namespaces. Understand? So the very very important 2 mark question. Namespaces are nothing but what? Containers for mapping names of variables to objects. What are the variables are there that in a program? For example, in a particular program, I am declaring the variable A, B, C, D. So, but in a containers it will contain so A, B, C, D, E, F and everything. So, but in a programming I am giving only A, B, C. So, I am giving the value of A equal to 5, B equal to 10, C equal to 8. So, I am going to map the value. What at the time program, when we are compiling the program, what the compiler will do? So, A equal to 5 means in that container the values are there, no? A equal to 5. So, it will map the value of A equal to 5, B equal to 10, C equal to 8. Understand? That is called as what? Namespaces. So very very important question. Namespaces, if they ask for 2 mark question means, so you can write this one and write the with this example and this symbol, then you will get 2 mark question. 3 mark questions if you ask means this 4 points you need to write. Understand? So see this example, then easily you can understand. Okay, so here they are given 2 variables. What are the variables? Just to say, what are the variables? A. So what's so I am by seeing this example itself you can able to understand. Okay, the value of A is what? 5. So that means I am mapping the value of 5 or binding. Already you studied, no? Binding or mapping. So I am going to bind or map the value 5 to the variable A. Understand? What's the first step? In the question they have given A, the symbol and equal to 5. So value of A is 5. Next step what they have given, B is equal to what? A. What's the meaning of that one? This value, that means the A, what's the value of A now? 5. That is mapped to the variable B. Now what's the value of B now? Can you say? 5. How? Because I am mapping first initially the value of A is 5. So next step I am giving the value of A is bind to the value of B. What's the value of B now? 5. Understand? That's the explanation. A is first mapped to the integer 5. What's the value integer or integer value? 5. So 5 is first that the value of 5 is integer 5 is mapped to the value of variable A. So here what's the variable name? Just to say, what's the variable name? A. What's the object? 5. For sometimes, question paper, they will give like this A, B, C or something, and they will ask you to write, identify what's the variable name, what's the object, what's the symbol used for mapping, and you need to draw the diagram. Like this, they will ask. Maybe they will ask for 2 mark, maybe they will ask for 3 mark, sometimes they may ask for 5 mark. Understand? So listen carefully. So say what's the variable name here? A is the variable name. What's the object here? 5 is the object. So what's the next step they have given? B is set equal to A. What's the meaning of that? That B is now bound to the same integer value as A. What's the value of A now? 5. That is 5 is bound to the value B. Understand? Yes. So see the diagram. So first the value of A is 5, isn't it? Next step. So I am binding this value of A to whom? B. So this process is called what? Mapping. Understand? Sometimes in 5 mark questions they will ask means define mapping with example means you need to first explain what do you mean by mapping or binding. Next thing, after explaining that one, you need to write this example. Then you need to explain what's the variable name, what's the object, what is the thing you are doing here and diagram. Then surely you will get 5 mark question means 5 mark, 3 mark means 3 mark. Understand now? Yes. Next see this. This is the example 2. So this is somewhat different from the below example. Okay. So here, what's the first thing? Consider the same example. The first 2 lines becomes the same. What's the first thing? A equal to 5. What's the meaning of that? The same thing. Isn't it? The integer value 5 is mapped to the variable a. Next thing, the value of a is bound to the variable b. What's the value of b now? 5. After that, I am assigning the variable of a equal to 3. Just think and say, what's the final value of a? Whether 3 or 5. Just think and say, whether 5 or 3? 3. Why? First, initially only I am giving the variable a equal to 5. That value will be bound to the variable b. Now, what's the value of b now? Just think and say 5. Why? The value of a is 5. So, what's the value of b now? 5. But after that, this value of a is I am giving as an 3. So, one word I have given in mapping or remembering in the multiple variables we can map. So, that's the meaning of it. So, I am mapping how many variables a and b, but the same variable I have given how many values? 2. So, see this diagram, you can able to understand. So I'll explain, no. So, variables and memory addresses. So, this is the, by this diagram you can able to understand. See, the variable a is stored in one place. This is, no, in below they have given some number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this. This is the address of the memory address or address of the memory. Understand now? So, like this. So, how many variables I have declared here? A and B. But how many times I have declared? 3. 2 times A and B, 1. So, in this memory, if I am declaring like this, means first it will allocate some spaces for variable A in memory in this address. Next, this address, then the 3 addresses it will allocate. See this diagram. What's the value of A now? 5. Next, this value of A is mapped to the variable B. What's the value of now A and B? 5. Understand? Whether the value of A and B is 3. Just a thing and say, my question is, whether the value of A and B is 3. Is it correct or not? Wrong. Why? Because first I am assigning the value of A is 5. That value only I am assigning the variable B. So, what's the value of B now? 5 only, not 3. Because after this assignment only I am giving value of A is 3. Whether this A will assign this B, this value of A is assigned to B? No. So, therefore that only they have given the wrong symbol. So, what's the value of A now? Finally, what's the value of A now? A equal to 3, B equal to 5. Understand? So, like this example they will give, and sometimes they will give the 3 or 4 variables and ask you to draw the diagram or identify what are the bindings and map. Understand this example? Yes. Yes. Listen. So, first itself I have said, what do you mean by scope? What do you mean by scope? Visibility of a variables, isn't it? So, that means which part of the code where it is visible. I am declaring some variables in the program. In which part of the program I need to see the variable. That is a visibility of variable. Okay. See this example. What is this one? Display means display. Dispaf. What's this one? What's the name? Are you remembering? Just recall what are the things you have studied in C++ programming 11th standard. What's this one? Function name. Okay, function. What's the function name here? Dispaf. What's the function name here? Dispaf. So in this display, the display of, I am binding the value of what's the variable name here? What's variable name? A. What's the value I am binding to the variable name A? 7. Understand? Only I have given one function, display of function. Inside that I have given what? A equal to 7. Whether I am printing this value? No. So, if you run this program, what you will get? Whether you will get error or you will get the output. Just a thing and say, if you run this program, whether you will get the error message or you will get the output of the message. So, surely you will get what? Error. Why? So, if you run the program, so whether I have initialized the variable inside the function. Whether I have initialized the variable? No. So, without initialize the variable, I have run the program. Means what I will get? So, this program throw an error. What's the error? Name A is not defined. The same error, already you have experienced like this kind of error in your practical programs, isn't it or not? Yes. So if you are not simply space or you are not defined the variable means surely you will get this kind of error. Simply I have given the function and run the program means surely I will get that. So here you need to know lifetime of the variable. That means if you are declaring a variable inside the programming, you are calling the variable in a particular part of the program. So that what's the lifetime of wherever you are calling the variable in the program, till that end the variable have the lifetime. Okay, so for example inside this function only I am declaring the variable. So after that function I am not going to use that value of a equal to 7. Then what's the lifetime of this variable? Only inside the function. Understand what's the lifetime? In which place you are declaring the variable, in which place you are using the variable, in that place alone you are giving particular lifetime. That one I am telling, inside the function alone I am using the variable a. Then what's the lifetime of the variable? Inside the function alone. Okay, that only I am given lifetime of the variable till the end of the procedure. That means, for example, I am going to use that variable from starting to end. Then what's the meaning of that? That lifetime of the variable will be starting the program to end of the program. That is the lifetime of the variable. Okay, so this is sometimes they will ask for this 1 mark question or 2 mark question. The duration for which a variable is alive is called what? Lifetime. What do you mean by lifetime? The duration, that means up to which time that variable will be alive, or up to which part of the program you are using the variable alive is called what? Lifetime of the variable. Understand? Yes. Yes. So in this chapter scoping, so till now we have studied about what are the things you have studied: mapping, scope. First, what's the 2 mark question? What are the 2 mark questions you have studied? Scope. Then what are the mapping or binding? Then what's the thing you have studied? Namespaces. Then you have taught, I have taught what? 2 examples about what? 2 examples about mapping. So till now this chapter is divided into 2 parts. Till now you have completed one part of the chapter, the third chapter. Understand? Yes. So next you are going to study about LEGB rule. Very important question. 2 mark question also very important. This is just example I have given. Next slide onwards I will explain. Very important. 2 mark question, 3 mark question, 5 mark question. Most of the, if you are a question paper you have seen, means most of the questions you have seen this one. Whether you have seen in 2 mark question, 3 mark question, surely you will get in 5 mark questions also. Okay, so please listen from the next slide on a very important question. Okay, what do you mean by so LEGB rule? Okay, so already you have studied. So scope means the visibility of the variable. First itself I have said visibility of the variable. Okay, so here scope defines the order in which the variables have to be mapped. So till now we have studied about mappings in it. So now I have given, so in which order I need some order. So particular variable I need some order to be mapped. So what will be the scope define in which order the variables have to be mapped. So I have declared 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 variables in a program. So all the variables I need to map to particular value or object. Okay, understand? So in a program I am declaring 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 variables with some object or some value. So I am going to map all the variables. But my condition is I need to some order. Which variable need to execute first or which variable need to first map. For that I need some order or some rule. That is called as which rule? LEGB rule. Understand? Yes. One example I have given. So first what's the variable name here? What's variable name here? X. X is the variable name. So in this X I have given, so I have declared outer X variable. Simply I have given one outer X variable. Okay. So then I have given, what is this one? What's the next thing? What's the say? Display of function. What's this one? What's the function name here? Display of. Okay. So inside the display of function also I have given the same variable X. Isn't it or not? So inside the display of function also I have given what? The same variable X. So this is see, so in this example I'll explain. So Here inside this x, I have assigned the value of x is what? Inner x variable. So here I am printing what? X. After also I have given display a function. So here, which one is outside the function? Which is the inside the function? Just see and say, how many lines I have declared inside the function? How many lines I have displayed outside the function? What do you mean by inside the function and outside the function? What's the function name now? Display of. Isn't it? What's the function name now? Display of. So inside this function, so this function will get over up to this. Isn't it or not? Yes. So what's the inside the function? How many lines I have given? X equal to inner x variable. Then print x. So inside this function, inside which function? Display of function. Inside this function, I have given how many lines? 2 lines. So what are they? X equal to inner x variable, print x. Okay. So this one is inside the function or outer this line, x equal to outer x variable. Whether this is inside the function or outside the function. Just think and say outside the function. But if you run this program, which variable will print first? Which variable? So you are running the program. So which last I have given display of. So this function belongs to which one? This. Understand? This, if you are running the program, this function belongs to display of which one? X. So what the output you will get? Outer x variable. Then when you are executing the program, which function will run? Display of. Then so inside, if the compiler, if you are running the program, first the outside the function will run. What's the value of x now? Outer x variable. So first line you will get the output. Then the control will flows to which function? This one, inner function. What is this one? Display of. So inner function, what's the value of x now? X equal to inner x. Then it will print. What's the value of x now? Inner x variable. So here, if your note means the value of x here, I have assigned the same variable name. I have assigned 2 different things. What are they? See, first I have assigned the value of x is outer x variable. Next time I have assigned the value of x is what? Inner x variable. The same variable I have assigned 2 values. But what's the thing? That inside the function and outside the function. Whether I need order to be displayed. That means first I need to display the result as outside the function. Next I need to display the output as inside the function. So I need some order, isn't it? So that for that order only I have given one rule called what? LEGB rule. Understand? What's the purpose of LEGB rule? The order. So here order in which variables have to be mapped. So how many variables are there? Only one variable. What's the variable name? X. That this variable x I need to be mapped with particular object. What are they? Outer x variable and inner x variable. But I need some order. Outer function first need to be first printed. Inner function need to be print next. So I need some order. For that order I have given one rule called what? LEGB rule. Understand? Yes. So that's one with the example only I have explained. So this is the definition. Very, very important. Please, if you have textbook, no, I thought so all of you bought your textbooks. Please, if your textbook means, please mark it. What are the things I have said? Mark it and study. Very, very, very important question for 2 mark, 3 mark as well as 5 mark question. So 2 mark questions if they ask means also you need to write this definition, this tabular column and draw this diagram. Then only you will get 2 mark. 3 mark question if they ask means also you need to write this definition, draw this diagram and this one. Understand? Very, very important. Same thing only. Once again, what do you mean? What's the meaning of LEGB? LEGB rule is used to decide order in which the scopes are to be set for scope resolution. That means the same that previous slide I have explained on example. No, same thing only. The same that order in which the scope means what? Which visibility of variables, which part you need to, the particular variables you need to visible. For that I have need some rule. That's LEGB rule is used to decide. That's with this word is very, very important. So if you are writing the 2 mark question, so you have written all the things without this word means you will get 0 mark for this. Okay, because this word is which word used to decide order in which the scopes are to be set, which order you are going to search or which order you are going to map. That is called as what? LEGB rule. Understand? Now itself you can study. What do you mean by LEGB rule? Is used to decide which order you are going to map, or which order you are decide the order scopes are to be set. Okay. For the scope resolution. Scope resolution is nothing but what are the things you have declared in the program. That is called what? Scope resolution. Already in 11th standard you have studied those scope resolution operator. Are you remembering? Yes. So listen. LEGB. So you need to expand. Sometimes they lost expand the thing. LEGB. L means local. Okay. Local means inside the function. What do you mean by L? So what are the things you are defined inside the function or class is called what? Local L. Understand? What do you mean by L? Local. Defined inside the function or class. Next is enclosed. That means nested. Already you studied about nested in 11th standard. What do you mean by nested? Function defined inside another function. That is called what? Nested. That means enclosed. Enclosed. Name itself you can say enclosed. Defined inside enclosing functions. Always one function or one variable defined inside another one. That is called as what? Enclosed. Next thing, G means global. What do you mean by global? Normally you will say globally. That means worldwide. Global. Defined at the uppermost level. Global functions always defined as which level? Uppermost. That means higher level. Built-in. Built-in means already you have predefined. That means, so if you are running the program system itself, that means C++ program means C++ software itself, they have built some function. That is called what? Built-in. Understand? Say expand LEGB, local, enclosed, global and built-in. What do you mean by local? Define inside the function. What do you mean by enclosed? Define inside. That means one function inside the another one function. Next one is global. What do you mean by global? At the uppermost or highest level, you are going to declare. Built-in means predefined. What do you mean by predefined? Already you have defined some function inside the model. Then you need to draw the diagram. By seeing the tabular column itself, you can draw. Which is the inside the function? Local. So innermost function is local. Then next thing. What's the next thing? Enclosed. See, one function inside, and how many functions are there? Local function, then enclosed. Inside the function, I have declared enclosed. Then global, which is uppermost level, global. Built-in means all the functions are built in inside which one? This. Understand? So, what are the things you have studied in LEGB? Local, enclosed, global and built-in. Okay. So, next slide onwards we are study types of variables. So, that is very important 5-mark question. For that I need 15 or 20 minutes. So, that we can continue in the next class. Okay. Next class I will continue. So, before I have going to in this session, just recall what are the things you have studied in today, or what are the things you have discussed today. Okay. What are the things you have discussed? First you have studied about scope, 2-mark question. Please, if you have textbook, means please just note it down or mark it. So this is the scope on 2-mark question. So what is the 2-mark question? Scope. 2-mark question they ask means you need to write this 2 or 3 lines. Okay. Scope. Then variable scope. So here also what do you mean by variables? What do you mean by variables? So 1-mark or 2-mark question. Then what are the things you have studied? Mapping or binding. Important 2-mark question. Mapping or binding. Just take it and mark. Okay. Binding or mapping. Then next 2-mark question is namespaces. What is namespaces? This one. Namespace. Then example you need to write which sign you are using for namespaces. Okay. So this example. So mapping they asked means write this definition. Then example how many variables are there? A and B. You are going to map this variable with a particular for one object called 5. Next one is the same A and B. But the same variables I am assigning 2 objects. Okay. So next thing I have just one example I have given that simply inside the display of function I have declared one variable. So if you run this program means you will get error. So because I have not declared the variable in the first. So here what's the thing I have explained here? Lifetime. What do you mean by lifetime? So particular variable, the lifetime of a variable till the end of the program. Next thing is LEGB rule. LEGB rule, what's the use of LEGB rule? So the order in which the variables need to be run. So next I have explained about the definition, then this diagrams, everything. So very important question. So please concentrate on your studies. What are the things I have? So I am going very slow only. So what are the things I have taught already? the chapter 1, chapter 2, and this chapter 3. Please daily revise all the portions and daily. So by teaching itself, I am saying what are the important questions and what are the 2-mark questions, what are the 1-mark questions, and what are the 3-mark questions, what are 5-mark questions. What are the things I have taught. Please, after completing this session, you will just read it out and study. Then only it will easy. At last you will think, at last we can study means you won't get time to study and also you will forget. So please study well. Under the first and second chapter also you will study. Thank you students. Thank you.